Coming out of the break, DJ Wilson missing
Still
from
no Kai
outside.
Soto, god damn it.
1 point Orlando
Let
lead.
Kai
Trying to
Soto
find some
play.
flow here midway second quarter. Jaden Ivey, who's had a slow start to the ball game, missing from outside.
I'm interested how much Duren is handling the ball away from the basket. On the wing, at the elbow, on the baseline. He's got to make one quick move. Like the ball's getting stuck there. Here's going to be play right here. That's a good pull-up.
Thompson can't get it to crawl over the rim. Anthony Black back on the floor for Orlando. Black was able to be a distributor in the early minutes of his first game. Has 1 bucket so far. Foul's going to be on Asord Thompson.
What are your thoughts on the young foundation of the Orlando Magic? I mean, obviously, rookie of the year, Paul Banchero, Franz Wagner, who's got great length, great field, terrific cutter, terrific shot maker, passer. Wendell Carter, a physical front court body. You're adding, obviously, a guy like Anthony Black, Jett Howard, a shot maker. What's your take on the progress this team is making in terms of building a foundation and adding pieces around it?
I like the progress a lot, Seth, I think. And Banchero's not playing here because you see him sitting there. He's getting set to play for Team USA in the World Cup. Wagner's going to play for Team Germany, and I think his brother Moritz is as well. You know, we were talking to Jamal Mosley. You've got Banchero and Carter, Wagner up front, Gary Harris, veteran. Markelle Fultz has resurrected his career to some degree with Orlando. We haven't mentioned Cole Anthony. Joe Ingles we mentioned. Jalen Suggs still on the roster. I think it all
Gary Harris can make a shot.
Harris. I think it comes down to what Coach Mosley was telling us the other day is the belief that they can win. They have that now. Now it just comes down to execution pieces, right? 4, 5, 6 times during the game where the good teams execute, and that's what this young team is still trying to learn and is getting a little closer at.
You've got a foundation right there, and you've got a guy that at the end of the game you can put the ball in a lot of different places in Banchero to go score or make a play. You can play him as a face-up, you can play him on the elbow, you can put him in a ball screen, you can post him in a mid-post. I mean, there's a lot of places you can put him. And I think the game will be easier for others with a guy like Anthony Black because he's a pass-first facilitator where the ball doesn't get stuck, does a good job of advance passing the ball up the floor to get you easy scoring opportunities.
Well, I don't think it was as well publicized, but the team that made the biggest stride in the Eastern Conference last year by wins was the Orlando Magic. 12 more wins. They went from 22 to 34. But it's that next step when you're just below. You're kind of in that midline below the 10. Now that's required to get to the play-in to take that next step. And there's all the confidence in the world that with the young guys they're adding and the development of the Bancheros, the Wagners, who turned out to be an outstanding trade, and some of the older players that, you know, perhaps this is the year they could move forward. And Anthony Parker's now moving into the GM role in the front office with Orlando, and they've had the great John Hammond is in a senior advisory role now, so they've got all the pieces to make it happen. Now it's just a matter of seeing it germinate.
In the second half, we're going to have Jeff Weltman join us.
Outstanding.
Is that what you call a tease?
That is a great tease. The president of basketball ops for Orlando. We'll ask him those tough questions.
Exactly.
What will it take to get to that next level? Kevon Harris, late clock. Left hand. Good defense by Malcolm Cazalan.